there is only one way for you to become happy and successful. That's a message that's on my site, anyadvicefortoday.com, but I'm going to talk about it because I'm an expert at this. I will tell you, I started modeling when I was in my 20s, and this was in the 70s. And so became very aware of how we put on different faces to perform different roles, whatever. But I was being paid to do that, to be somebody else other than what I was. So it was a very easy thing for me to take on. I probably kept it doing it most of my life. Then later on, when I was teaching, other things started to come in. This was in New York, and many of you have heard that story about where I just all of a sudden decided to shift my focus of what I was teaching because I knew that it was going to be better for the kids that I was working with. I knew that they needed to go in a different direction, and I may not be giving them something the way that it had been set up by the school where I was working. And so I changed. Now later, years later, I understood how valuable that change that I made was because someone came to me and said they didn't kill themselves because of something that I said that I intuitively knew I was meant to say then. Now that's strange because I didn't know why I was doing that, but I've always acted that way. I have this intuitive sense where I can know what is going on. And we all have that intuition, but mine was just a little more developed, let's say. But it also stopped me because I judged it. I thought, this is weird. How can I do this? So I started hiding, and I spent a lot of years hiding it. And yesterday, I did a channeling session with Wilhelm, and it was called Allow Yourself to Become Successful. And it was actually for me because that's what I needed to do. It's challenging for me because I don't hear what I put out there. I have to go back and study it just like anyone else. And people find this really difficult to believe, but it's absolutely true. I did the session yesterday, but then I have to listen to it after. I have to listen to it to get the information because it just comes through me. And that's the way that it works. And it was too challenging to try to explain that to people, so I didn't talk about it. Now, there are plenty of other people out there doing what I do, and they own it, and they're just going around doing it, and it's fun. That wasn't me. But this is why I love working with my clients, but this is also the thing that gave me the ability to create the program that I have. It's the same thing there. I didn't appreciate what was in it until I went back later and started doing the program myself. And that just seemed crazy. Again, how could something come through me that I didn't know and I hadn't incorporated or used, and then all of a sudden I see it and now it makes sense and I see it's brilliant? Yeah, every single person has done that. If you believe that God gave you something when you came into the world, then that's what you're supposed to use. And that's what you're supposed to develop. And we're not going to all do it the same. No one's going to be exactly like you. No one's going to be like me. I wasn't supposed to be like anyone else. And the reason that we have trouble in our world is because more people are not allowing themselves to be exactly who they are. As I went through my program, as I looked at what was there, that was the entire intention, was to give people the ability to break down their barriers, their restrictions, their limitations and everything, and own who they are. Because that's how we heal the world as well. We wouldn't be fighting with one another if we owned who we were, if we were doing something productive, if we were really out there putting our essence into the world, which is our gift, every single person. But like me, you might have judged your gift as being strange, weird, not valuable, or something. That's what goes on. I just wanted to give you guys this because it was just such a wake-up call for me. And I wanted to explain it because it seems strange. You think, how could this guy not know what he had? I didn't. I do now, though. And with the way that the world is now, I'm going to get out of my way and I'm going to make sure that I'm helping more people own who they are, because I can see now that my program does that. When it works on me, I know it's going to work on anyone else. I'm the person who doubted and feared everything. So if it could get me to this place, then I know what it could do for everyone else. Anyway, I just wanted you to have this and have a really, really wonderful weekend. Okay? See you soon.